Thank you for waiting, ladies and gentlemen. We've invited first class. Now we're inviting executive platinum, emerald, sapphire, and ruby.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Crew Travel right here on Yachting International Radio. My name is Rhea. I am your host, and I welcome back Lee Harris from ATPI Travel. How are you, Lee?
I'm very good, thank you, and Happy New Year to you. It's the first time we've spoke since 2024 came in, but no, all good here, thank you.
Yeah, Happy New Year back at you. We've missed you for a couple of weeks. I thought we were going to continue over the season, but to be honest, I didn't have it in me.
No, I think a break was needed, wasn't it? I think it fell on Christmas Day and on New Year's Day as well. Probably not the best times to be doing interviews with probably a bit of alcohol in both of us, to be honest with you.
It may have proved entertaining, but probably not the best, no.
Yeah, and probably all of it would have been inaudible.
Guaranteed. What's going on in the world of travel for you right now? Strike action is happening. Shocker.
It is, yeah. Who would have thought it? Passengers planning on travelling to Italy today on the 8th of January can expect difficulties due to a nationwide 24-hour strike by airport security staff and baggage handlers. The nationwide strike, called by union leaders representing the baggage handlers at Milan, Malpensa and Linate airports, began at midnight on January 8th and lasts until midnight January 9th. In a post on X, which is formerly known as Twitter, Italian flag carrier ITA Airways confirmed that the ground service workers would be walking out for 24 hours beginning Monday as the labour unions representing the airport workers demand improved compensation and working conditions. However, the strike will not be limited to Milan, as delays are anticipated throughout Italy's busiest airports. Security staff working at Rome Fiumicino Airport and Venice Marco Polo Airport will also walk out. Moreover, ground staff belonging to unions at Florence Airport will also take part in the walkout. The strike will impact ground services and security operations at the following airports today. So that's Florence Airport, Milan Linate Airport, Milan Malpensa Airport, Rome Fiumicino Airport, Venice Marco Polo, and Venice Treviso Airport. Nonetheless, operations at the airports involved in the labour action will not come to a complete halt, as Italian law requires a minimum level of essential services to continue. As such, flights scheduled between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. local time and from 6 p.m. through to 9 p.m. are set to operate as planned.
What do I always say?
Pay your people. Exactly right. Pay your people what they're worth.
That's right. You're quick on the uptake today.
It's surprising, isn't it?
Suffering jet lag and still quick on the uptake. I think 2024 is going to be a good one.
Let's hope so. Let's keep them fingers crossed.
And there's news out of Gatwick Airport.
There is, yeah. Gatwick Airport has increased its passenger drop-off charges at its terminal forecourt. The fee is now up to £6. Doesn't sound a lot, but it's a bit cheeky if you ask me. The announcement on X prompted a wave of displeasure, with many expressing frustrations in the comment section. In response to passenger concerns and to clarify the rationale behind the fee increase, Gatwick said that the decision was taken to reduce congestion at the airport. Now, according to the airport, the increased fee would allow it to reinvest in sustainable transport and encourage more passengers and staff to use public transport to reach the airport. Now, Gatwick is one of many city airports in London with a drop-off fee. Other airports such as London Stansted, London Heathrow and London Luton also have the fee. Heathrow's is £5 and it applies to all vehicles dropping off passengers at the airport's terminal forecourts. The drop-off charge at Luton's terminal is also £5, but only for a 10-minute period. Any longer than that and you get charged again. Stansted has the highest drop-off fee, imposing a £7 charge for a 15-minute period.
Wonder if they're going to use that to pay their people.
Yeah, give with one hand, take with another.
Yeah. Scandinavian Airlines.
Yeah, Scandinavian Airlines is gearing up for a bumper summer season with flights to more than 130 destinations in over 40 countries. The Star Alliance member will launch 9 new routes this summer, 5 from its main hub in Copenhagen, 2 from Oslo and 1 from Bergen. Now, the routes are a mixture of leisure destinations and business routes, offering increased connectivity across the airline's existing route network. SAS will operate the following routes throughout the summer: Copenhagen to Tromsø on a Wednesday and Saturday, Copenhagen to Salzburg on a Saturday, Copenhagen to Genoa also on a Saturday. Meanwhile, the following routes will operate for the peak summer vacation period. That's from June to mid-August. That's Copenhagen to Dalaman, that's on a Wednesday, Copenhagen to Ibiza on a Thursday, and Oslo to Geneva on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. There's also Oslo to Tivat on a Thursday and Bergen to London Heathrow on a Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
Nice. That'll make things easier for some.
Yeah, I think for the med season, that should come in handy for a lot of crew.
And there's good news out of European Airlines.
Yeah, there's complaints about the tightness of airline seats. It's a common question we get asked quite a lot now. And with the rise of low-cost airlines prioritising quantity over quality, carriers worldwide are searching for ways to become more competitive. In turn, full-service airlines have found themselves reducing seat pitch in order to cram more people in their planes and ensure they remain competitive. That's faced with the likes of Ryanair, Wizz Air and EasyJet, among others. Now, there are a few differences these days in economy cabins with most airlines, and a few do stand out, though, for offering that little bit more. So in first place is Air Baltic, which has a great economy cabin on the Airbus A220. It is arranged in a 2-3 layout for the most of the cabin and offers a very generous 32-inch seat pitch and an 18.5-inch width. In second place comes the French national carrier Air France. Air France offers some of the best space available. It features a 32-inch pitch and 18-inch seat width on most of its Airbus narrow bodies. Thirdly is Finnair, which boasts 31-inch pitch and 18-inch of width. Fourth is KLM with its Boeing 737s offering 30-inch pitch and 17-inch width. And finally, BA, which offers 30 inches on many of its aircraft, but it does drop to 29 on some of its A321neos. So any crew who are travelling, obviously look out for those airlines if you are looking for a little bit more comfort.
It's interesting because we see, especially in the United States, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this, but history in the past 20, 30 years, we've seen sizes getting larger, people in general getting larger. And in that space of time, the seat capacity has gotten smaller. And it just doesn't really make sense. I don't know. We'll see, because now, and I'm sure it's something that has been going on for the past 10 years, but there's this discussion back and forth. If you're a little bit larger, they're asking you to pay for 2 seats instead of 1. Yeah.
Exactly. Do you know what? There's been airlines these last few months that are actually weighing people before they get on a plane. Under some disguise of research or a survey or anything like that, but they are literally, before, when people are checking in, they're going to go on the plane, they are making them step on scales to weigh them as well, which could be highly embarrassing for people, and I'm not sure they should really be doing it, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be an issue that's going to be brought up with airlines, especially, like you say, if we keep seeing the seat pitches get smaller, and as you say, the trend is that people have got bigger, not just through unhealthy eating or anything like that, just in general, people are getting bigger, height-wise, width-wise, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely going to be something that's going to rear its head, whether it be this year or next year, with airlines and what they're going to do to combat it.
Yeah, and as you say, it's not just width-wise, but there are taller. I even look at my children, and all 3 of them are taller than I am. And it seems to be generation upon generation, we are creating these taller human beings. Yet airlines are shrinking the space, even for myself. And I'm only, 5'6.5", 5'7". To sit in economy class and try to cram my knees in there for the flight to Canada is killer.
It is. Yeah. Like you say, I'm literally back yesterday, and I travelled from here to the States, which was a 12.5-hour flight. And I've got to say, it was uncomfortable. I was sat in the middle of row 3 with... Even though I was traveling with my family, they'd actually split us up. So I was in the middle of 2 strangers. And yeah, no, it wasn't comfortable at all. There wasn't much leg space. It wasn't an enjoyable flight. But what is the answer? I guess the airlines have got to make money. If that means they've got to try and get more bodies on there, I'm not really quite sure how you work it, whether you put prices up and reduce the amount of people you're getting on there or what. We shall see. Something's definitely going to come. That's for sure, though.
We could go around and round in circles on this because they're making enough money if they just didn't pay their CEOs 1,500 times more than their average employee, and bonus structures, et cetera. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. What they need to do is do right by the passenger. Take a look back 20 years, 30 years ago, and you see the old adverts for flying. They were sitting in lazy boy armchairs being served champagne in the entire plane, right? It was a different era for sure, but It was customer first, period. And they managed to make the profit because it was customer first. And now it doesn't seem to be customer first. It seems to be profit first, customer second. And eventually you're going to lose out if that's the way you view things.
Yeah, I agree. But like you say, it's all airlines as well. It's not just one or two. It's most airlines who are trying to maximize profits.
You're right, Lee. I have to say to everybody out there, if you have any questions, please do drop Lee a line. We've got his email underneath this interview when it airs. And of course, if you're interested in anything that ATPI Travel has on offer, we will provide the website for you there as well. Lee, I want to say thank you very much. And I hope 2024 is amazing for you.
Thank you so much. And and the same for you as well, Rhea.
You've been watching another edition of Crew Travel right here on Yachting International Radio. My name is Rhea. I have been your host along with Lee Harris from ATPI Travel. We'll see you again next time.